Eddie works in a very popular firm and he has a very any good job from this work. Now, one day he always goes to work late and his boss got angry and fired him. He got to the house and his landlady was also angry at him because he hasn't paid his rent for a while now. Now all these debts were piling up and he was not having it. All this attitude and irresponsibility despite him having a great job was due to his relationship status. Now because of these circumstances happening to him, he got himself drunk, drive on the street, and one day as this got repeated, always getting drunk and drive, he one day got into an accident that claimed a life of the passengers of another car without him making sure that the passengers were taken to the hospital, all because he was drunk. Well, he got back home and his landlady got angry as usual and drove him out of the house. He had nowhere to go and called on his friend for help. Aaron came in and took him to his house, and the next day Aaron said he's welcome here and he can stay as long as he wants and figure his life out. Now Aaron's wife called Kimberly also was very supportive. Whilst this was going on, Eddie's life became worse. He became a drunkard, continued to drink, and did not know what to do with his life. These went on for a while, and one day he always goes outside of the house whilst he drinks. Then their neighbor called Nolly, who has a daughter, always goes to work and sees him drink in the morning. The daughter will greet Mr. Eddie. But one day, Nonye warned the daughter not to greet Eddie. But Eddie responded and said, "Why are you teaching your daughter not to be very respectful?" Nonye did not even respond to Eddie. This continued for a while and Eddie said, "You know what? I'm a good person. Don't worry about my drinking. I am actually a good person." Again, Nonye ignored him. Then one day, Nonye was going to work and she was late. She started her car and the car refused to start. Eddie looked on and realized she needed help. Eddie offered to help her. She then obliged and Eddie was able to sort out her car. She was very thankful to Eddie. Then after work, she came back home and thanked Eddie for helping her out earlier in the morning. That was how Eddie and Nonye started greeting each other in the morning. Nonye's daughter always, as usual, greets Eddie, and Eddie responds. One day, Nonye's daughter asked Eddie why he's always drinking. Eddie was unable to answer and said, "Don't worry, this is adults' problem. When you grow up, you understand why." Nonye looked on and said, "Hope you don't drink yourself to death though." Eddie did not respond and said, "Well, that would have been better." Then Nonye got confused and said, "Whoa, that means your problem is bigger than the alcohol you're taking. If you can share, I will one day be open-minded to listen to your story." Aaron and Kimberly one day noticed that Eddie was finally close to Nonye, and Kimberly said, "Well, don't think about anything at all because she is a single mother, as you already know. Her husband died not less than 1 year ago, so I will entreat you to leave her alone. If you have any intention, please cancel it." That woman is still grieving of her husband who was knocked down by a drunk driver. So please. Anyway, Aaron told Eddie that He and the wife, Kimberly, are traveling to Abuja for some introduction and some business meetings. So he was going to be staying all alone in the house for a while. He needs to be good. And they promised to be good. Then Aaron said, by the time I'm back, I want you to actually figure out what you want to do. You can't continue drinking your life away. You know? Eddie promised to do better when they come back. Kimberly and Aaron traveled to Abuja, leaving Eddie all alone. 2 days after, Nonye noticed that he is still drinking. Then Nonye offered him a food dinner in her house just to appreciate all he has done for her, because she was also saved by Eddie one day when a cab driver dropped her and she forgot her wallet in the office. Eddie again saved her, so she wanted to compensate all the good things that Eddie has done for her. Invited Eddie over for a dinner. Then they got close and ate the dinner and became so much to friends together. So as time goes on, Nonye and Eddie became so close that they started dating. Whilst they were dating, they didn't really make it official, but they know in their heart that they have developed feelings for each other. 1 month later, Kimberly and Aaron came back from their trip and noticed that Eddie has stopped drinking, all to the fact that he is not dating Nonye. Aaron was actually happy for him because his friend is back on track. Then Kimberly said to celebrate him being not overly drunk and in love, she is offering a dinner date with everyone. Nonye and Eddie came for the dinner. As they were sharing the food and sharing good memories, Aaron quickly reminded Eddie that he is back on track and forgot and forgiving himself for the accident that happened. Then Nonye asked, which accident? Oh, didn't he tell you the reason why he has been drinking? No, he hasn't talked about it. Then, of course, Kimberly completed the story by saying that, well, it was unfortunate. Eddie knocked down a family in a car when he was drinking from work. So he caused the death of a young man in a car. Then Nonye asked the detail of the car, the area where the incident happened. Kimberly described everything, and unfortunately that was Nonye's husband. After Nonye revealed that this was the identity of her husband, Eddie was shocked. Aaron was shocked. Kimberly was shocked. Everyone was shocked. Now, Nonye did not believe it either, that she was dating the man who killed her husband. She angrily left. Everybody left in shock. Eddie followed and tried to apologize, but that did not happen. Whilst he was knocking on Nonye's door, Nonye's daughter fainted. Nonye quickly rushed her daughter to the hospital, only to be told that she needed a kidney transplant immediately. Before anything else, her daughter is going to die. Too much pain in one day. She could not believe it. Her daughter needed kidney, and she just found out the killer of her husband. At this point, she was so confused and so much in pain. She was willing to do her own transplant for her daughter. Tests were done, but she was not fit to give her kidney because of the blood type. Then, whilst this was going on, she was confused, and the news got to Eddie and Kimberly and Aaron. Now, they were all confused as well. If only they could help. As usual, their blood group did not match. Eddie offered to help, but Nonye was not interested. Nonye said, "You killed my husband and you want to do what? With my daughter as well?" Nonye was not interested at all, but Eddie persisted. Then, one day, Eddie went to the hospital behind the back of Nonye while she was trying to sort out and look for kidney transplant for her daughter. Eddie went to the hospital and donated his kidney for the daughter. Nonye got back to the hospital and was told that they have gotten someone to do a transplant for her daughter. She was shocked. I couldn't believe who could that be. Of course, the doctor did not reveal who the person was, but the person left a letter for him. After the surgery was done successfully, the doctor gave a letter left by Eddie to Nonye. Then days later, her daughter got out of the surgery room and was now unconscious, and she is well again. Now, Nonye had time to read the letter. The letter was from Eddie. Now, Eddie apologized sincerely to Nonye and her daughter, and also said that this is her way, or this is his way of paying for the crime he committed for killing her husband. She has to forgive him, and he was willing to give his kidney, which was done successfully, but he could not make it out of the surgery room. And God has a way of punishing those people who did wicked to innocent people like him. He hopes that Nonye forgives him and also forgive herself as well, because he didn't know, she didn't know either. Now, I'm happy that your daughter will be well. This is a life for sure. And I hope that you forgive me once again, and I pray you will find someone who will love you like your ex-husband did. Sorry for taking the love of your life away. That was the letter by Eddie before he did the surgery to give his kidneys to Nonye's daughter. At this point, Nonye read the theme and was so sad about the whole incident. Also happy because she has her daughter back. Aaron and Kimberly were there to console Nonye on all of this. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.